When I started to write my remarks today, I realized that I didn't really want to address you. I wanted to address Jamal. So I wrote to him, "Dear Jamal, hello from London. I'm here speaking at your memorial, when just a few months ago we were sitting in my house in New York, building our plans for our hopeful future for the Middle East, designs to nurture and support the best and the brightest, the boldest and most courageous, the people dedicated by faith or wish, but mostly by determination. I don't believe in the afterlife, but I want to believe you can hear me. I know I can hear you. I know we can all hear you. Your voice has only amplified in your death, a roar to your real-life whisper, reaching millions more than you might have ever dreamed of reaching. 2 million Twitter followers? That's nothing to the audience you have commanded and raised up today. Dear Jamal, I miss you, and you have left a void for all of us. I still remember the day I met you almost 15 years ago when you were working with Prince Turki in the Washington Embassy. Friends whispered in my ear, "He's a good guy." And from then, we became friends. I miss our sparring on Syria, as we never agreed on how best its people might find lasting security. "But Jamal," I would shout. "But Sarah," you would gently and quietly respond. I will pursue your vision of peace and friendship between Saudi Arabia and Iran, something I know had become very important to your own personal political evolution. I will honor your commitment to standing by Saudi activists, writers, and scholars who today are languishing in jail, but will one day lead their people forward. Dear Jamal, I wanted to give you a progress report on our efforts to capture and punish the cowardly, ignorant, but still powerful murderers who plotted to kill you as you entered Saudi's consulate in Istanbul on October 2, to pursue that most human and hopeful of pursuits, your marriage to Khadija. You came seeking a path to love. They came with a vision of hate, their vision 2018, their vision of fear and hate. You touched and moved so many of us around the world that we have forced even the most craven and duplicitous of Western leaders to demand accountability for your murder. The daily lies of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, lies he's had to peddle in response to our global outrage, have crumpled under the weight of their own stupidity, making it impossible for anyone to believe, no matter how much he'd like us to sweep your murder away and out of the spotlight. The Crown Prince has put his citizens in an impossible position. As one commentator put it, loyalty means accepting without question a brazen and absurd lie, and thus incriminating oneself in it. I know for so many Saudis, this will be a turning point in their hearts, if not yet their actions. I know many of our friends in Saudi are hurting as we are. Your murder has revealed the Crown Prince not only to be a reckless, sadistic murderer, highlighted by defiling Salah's hand by insisting he shake it, but an unreliable and treacherous ally to even his circle of thugs, seeking to pin the blame on his most loyal associates. No one believes him, of course, and now he's alienated even his closest allies in Saudi Arabia. Nothing but fear and greed tethers people to him. No foreign leader who's not enslaved to Saudi Arabia financially would dare be seen standing next to him. He is now exposed as the greatest liability to Saudi Arabia in its short history. The stink and taint of his crimes follow his every step, infecting anyone who comes near him. No doubt even his own dreams. What we demand, and will keep demanding, is that the Crown Prince step down from his farcical investigation committee he's now chairing to investigate the murder he planned and executed. We will continue to insist that this committee will only dig itself deeper into humiliating the country with more self-destructing fables. Really, the only thing managing to make us laugh these days is some stooge wearing your clothes to pretend you left the consulate. Indeed, none of them could ever fill your shoes. Only an independent international investigation will be taken seriously and allow us to understand exactly what happened in the events leading to your murder and to recover your remains so we can properly bury you. We demand that governments punish the Saudi state until they actually punish the Crown Prince, if only to preserve their ability to transact with the country with any legitimacy. And while it can never make things right, we demand the Saudi government provide your family reparations for the damage it has caused you and them. What's more, we demand that anyone remaining in Saudi who loves her country a fingertip of how much you loved yours, King Salman, if he is able, others in the Saudi royal family, if they are able, and ultimately the Saudi people, if they have the courage and the strength, recognize that Mohammed bin Salman has endangered and damaged Saudi Arabia, not to mention the millions of victims in Yemen, more than any foreign enemy has ever been able. If they are able to be rid of this dangerous, troubled man who has crushed so many of the country's best and brightest activist voices, broken the backbone of its business, media, and even progressive religious voices, and ravaged the wealth and standing of the nation for its disastrous war in Yemen, conflict with its neighbor Qatar, and now the prospect of an actual war with Iran, you will truly, Jamal, have been Saudi Arabia's greatest martyr. If the Saudi Arabian people are able to raise their voices to demand an accountable, elected government where its people truly join the 21st century as citizens and not as subjects, then you will have been its greatest revolutionary. I know you never saw yourself as a revolutionary, but you never stopped surprising us, in life or in death. Dear Jamal, to paraphrase Daniel Guerin, your death will have a long life, and your death will have the last word. Regardless of these outcomes, it has fueled more hope and strength than I thought possible amidst the despair that has engulfed us, not just with the collapse of the Arab uprisings and the descent into the apocalypse of war and destruction and suffering unmatched by anything our region has ever seen. You have achieved a unity of purpose among journalists and activists around the world who have regained their confidence and shown themselves capable not just of exposing the truth about what the Saudi Crown Prince did to you, but enforcing the hand of governments who would have preferred to look away. You restored our belief in ourselves and the power of our words and the power of facts and the power of truth to move global consciousness. I am satisfied by moments of seeing human consciousness moved. It is the pulse that keeps us alive. Jamal, I know these past 2 years were not easy. You took the risk to stand by your principles and your freedom and your voice by fleeing your homeland to write freely. I know this was such a painful choice for you and your family, but you would not bow down. You never did, actually, as your numerous firings and bans and suspensions from various newspaper posts in Saudi would attest. And generations of Saudi children will remember you and esteem you as the Saudi man who did not bow down, the Saudi man who raised his voice, the Saudi man who took a detour for love, the Saudi man who paid for his freedom with his life. You have given your people a hero to believe in. Jamal, we are with you. I am with you. Khadija is with you. We want to win in our struggle for a better future for the Arab world, where the full fruit of its people's knowledge, creativity, and energy will build a unified, peaceful, and free region that seeks to fulfill the potential and dreams of all of its children. We are with you in your fight, in our fight for the future. We have our victory simply in our pursuit of truth and justice, in keeping the pulse of our humanity beating. Thank you.